Ethical use is a fundamental tenet whenever we use AI tools. As educators, we have to verify the accuracy of AI outputs, make corrections for any errors or potential misinformation, and we need to be aware of potential bias. We have to do all of this while simultaneously keeping student data safe and secure. Isn't that right, Claire?
That's right. Ethical use comes first.
And that's because AI gets it wrong sometimes. A recent study says that even the largest AI systems make errors. The New York Times reported this year in 2026, Google AI summaries only yielded accurate results 9 out of 10 times while using their latest AI model. When we use these tools, we should always be cross checking information, evaluating for logical errors, and confirming citations when available. Colleague AI systems are rooted in peer reviewed academic research to promote accuracy and pedagogical efficacy, but it's still important to apply an ethical standard of accuracy verification so that we're teaching the right thing 10 out of 10 times. In the event that you do spot errors or inaccurate information from AI generated content, we can edit directly by leveraging professional and educational expertise. For example, while making worksheets for an AI generated lesson plan, the grids displayed an inaccurate representation of this fraction. So in this case, I simply went back to the chat and I asked it to make revisions, which it did beautifully. Now, this is an example of making edits through new prompting, but you can also edit content directly in your documents or in the edit mode within the Generate Interactive feature. Fundamentally, as an educator, you provide the inputs and the prompts, the AI will help generate content, then you need to perfect and revise all outputs before passing AI generated content to your students. All AI use should be human in and human out. The AI is only in the middle, helping you to be more efficient and more effective in supporting student learning. But accuracy is not our only concern. AI models are trained on extremely large data sets, and sometimes these data sets will contain elements of bias. As educators, we have to be conscientious about any potential stereotypes or exclusion that may manifest from AI generated content. For example, MIT reported that a 2023 analysis of more than 5,000 images created with generative AI found it simultaneously amplified both gender and racial stereotypes. So here's a potential example. After prompting, make an image of a scientist, you may notice that it generates a single type of scientist. AI generators have come a very long way since 2023, and Colleague AI does use what we believe to be the best image generators available, but it's still very important to be careful around identifying potential bias. If you do notice bias, try changing your prompt, including language of diversity, different cultures, gender identities, and subject areas in your prompting. For example, while generating an image that supports the context of college and career readiness studies, consider using a prompt like generate an image that demonstrates a science career. Include multiple scientific disciplines, consider diversity of people and cultures, and the representation of these scientists. As you can see, this yielded a much more representative and inclusive result. Lastly, it's important to remember that AI systems are not all the same. A recent report out of Stanford University suggests that you should assume anything put into a non vetted, consumer based AI system, like those from the 6 leading US companies, could be using or storing user data. This means that any student identifying information is not entirely secure within those systems. On the other hand, Colleague AI is a school approved, vetted system that works closely with districts and schools to accommodate their policy. We're backed by the National Science Foundation, the Institute of Education Sciences, and, as I mentioned earlier, fundamentally built with learning science and pedagogy in mind, from leading researchers at Washington University. We're fully compliant with strict student privacy laws such as FERPA and COPA, SOPIPA and GDPR. And under data privacy agreements, Colleague AI adds layers of protection to ensure that your students' data is secure. When you use AI, it's important to consider it as a colleague. It's not infallible, but through accuracy verification, misinformation correction, bias detection, while keeping student data safe, we as educators can use these tools ethically while simultaneously being more effective in supporting student growth. Right, Claire?
That's right. Ethical use comes first.